Welcome viewers, Zach here and welcome back to RFA. Today we are back for a new update that has just arrived last week. The update is out and it brings us a new track and some cool little features, and today we're going to cover everything you need to know about this update. So let's get into it. So as you can see, the menu has already been given, I would say, a much needed glow up. This actually looks really good. I like it. It's a nice UI design. So you click drive and you're going to see that when you click change season, if you go over to special, there are 3 new cars available, 3 new liveries for you to choose from. Obviously, you don't need to choose these 2, you just need to choose this one. But if you must see them, this is the Row Arthur livery, and this is the, I guess it's the G-Force livery, but whatever. Just choose this one. And yeah, you click spawn. This should take us to the track. The new thing is you got a daily reward over here. You can get codes from the server for some extra cash. When you press that rewards and you use the code ZAKHERE, yes, that is the actual code. You get the ZAK's Gaming Lab car for free with a free wheel spin. That's what I think it is. Whatever it is, you do get the ZAK's Gaming Lab car. So definitely make sure to use that code if you want to get the car. So here we are in the car and we're just going to go out of the garage and to see, let's take a better look at what Munodi has made for us. So I'm just going to go over here and we're going to press C and we're going to be able to look around at the beautiful new cars. You could see on the front you've got this. So I'm going to use my mouse. On the front you have something like this, and on the side it's more blue. To be honest, I don't know if this is intentional, but on the front I kind of see my old merch design. I'll probably put it up here, and then when I look towards the back it kind of represents the newer merch. You've even got the little French flag there. That's a very nice little touch there. Obviously you got ZAK's Gaming Lab, like all the good stuff, and I don't know what this means, but whatever. Anyways, it's a beautiful car, and I think this is the only special car you need. Those other 2 cars, I've heard they have repetitive engine issues. You do not need those other cars. Anyways, we're gonna press C, go back into this camera mode. Obviously, to press, obviously to change your fuel mix, it's X on your keyboard, and we're going to start to drive. But you're probably wondering, where are we right now? Well, if the title hasn't made it obvious already, we are driving around SPA de Francorchamps. I think today we're going to take a look at it, drive around, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts on the track. Okay, so let's begin on the outlap. So here we are. This is the pit lane exit. So you go up the hill, obviously. You turn around just like that, and you rejoin the track after the first corner. Obviously, there's a button on your keyboard for ERS, and then you have the Eau Rouge through the first corner. It's pretty good. The track is okay. It's a little bumpy, but it honestly isn't that bad. It's pretty good, and I like the scenery. Scenery looks pretty good. Here you go. You go through the first corner, then through this one. Make sure not to go a little bit wide. The car feels quite heavy on the corners, but maybe that's because it's so fast that happens. And then as you could see, the day and night cycle happens. I don't want to race in the dark because I want to see where I'm going, so we're gonna remove that. There you go. And for those who may this was in a previous, I think this was added in a previous update, but you can actually donate people money, so which is a pretty cool system. If like someone wants to buy like one of the cars, they don't have money, but you got like billions laying around, you can actually give them some money, which I honestly think is very neat. So anyways, we go through those corners there, a little bit wide onto the gravel. The gravel actually is pretty realistic. Like, you lose speed, you lose traction. It's a bit hard to rejoin the track, but that actually comes with a problem. Obviously the gravel trap is pretty realistic, but the thing is, the track feels very narrow. It feels like I'm kind of squeezed. This feels like almost like a 1 car lane thing. Gotta be careful there. This chicane is probably the most tightest on the game, and yeah, and obviously we have the first corner, very tight. Like, like I say, it's a little claustrophobic, if you know what I mean. But design wise, it's pretty nice. So now I'm actually gonna go for a hot lap and see what kind of lap I can get around it. So I'll see you then. And that was one lap around the track, a 1:23. I think that's literally my best lap, and it felt pretty good. Alright, so now after doing that hot lap, I just want to give my kind of final thoughts about how I feel about the track. So in terms of drivability, driving on the track, it feels pretty good. There's minimum bumps. The bumps are mostly on Eau Rouge on the straights, but it doesn't really like cause you to spin out for no reason. The car is able to handle it perfectly. Cornering is okay. Braking, and this is where the issue is. I feel like, I mean, when we're comparing to like the real life Spa, maybe Spa on Assetto Corsa, I know that might be a bit harsh, but like it feels like we're braking way too early compared to that. Obviously, I am using automatic controls for clarification, and Assetto Corsa I drive with sequential gearing, but it still feels like we're braking way too early in some corners because of all the momentum we have. Yes, this is a Roblox track, I know, but it's just a bit of a how about feel about the track. And also, in terms of scenery, I'm gonna give it. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good, honestly. I'm gonna give it it's easy 6.5 out of 10. Obviously, it's not honestly it's not perfect, but it is not a bad track. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good track, very nice to drive on. And I would say this is probably the first Roblox game to properly implement a Spa track that isn't stolen. Yeah, honestly, props to him, and obviously props to Christian Kasmuller for making a really nice track. It was a pleasure to drive on. Just gotta adjust to the funny RFA controls. If you have enjoyed this video, do make sure to like and subscribe. Consider sending a super thanks or becoming a member. And thank you to Rootcell for being an ultimate member.